Hello, this is Robert, and this is another episode of Adventures in Vimming. And we're going to do a part two tonight. We're going to go further into pulling an alias. This is going to be less about a show, but I'm going to show you. We're going to pull an alias on the demo. So we're going to do an RR. Then we're going to hit F7. And so this is our alias file, which we're doing the alias on the as part of the demo. So we're going to double click here. Just the important thing here is the F9. Let's see, where is that? Right here, F9. And then we're gonna go into here. And one of the things I didn't have time to talk about last night is we have this files list text, and this has all the the files we're going to, I ship this with you, but the idea if you just add these right here, and these are backticks, and so you can edit this thing at will, and really customize this for your own purposes. Now this right here, I display it in 3 columns, and they're all the same files. I have different views, and so this is the first column, and then this is the second column, and that 34 to 34%, that starts at 34%, of the buffer, and this one starts at 67%, and that's kind of to have it kind of sort of equal display across the 3 columns. It's an imperfect thing because if you have a lot of files, then you will obviously run more than that. So, and I'm setting the syntax to ASM. Flat text is really not visually interesting, and so I just toyed around with this. So I chose ASM. I thought it looked pretty cool. These two here are more or less the same, and we'll just look at one of these. And one of the things we look at when we look at this, we obviously want to set ramp, because if we have real long file names, we very much want to see the file names. And then we're going to do, this is a generalized edit, generalized alias. This is where we generate our aliased path name. So let's go into this a little bit. And this is just getting the system GUID. That's what the bash command is. This is just running in this particular case, it'll be the UUIDGN. That's a bash command. And this substitute here, the reason I did it in the as a function here is because I can directly assign that to the variable. The other alternative would be to use the buffer itself, which there's nothing wrong with that, particularly in small scale flim-flamming of data like we're doing here. But this is, I directly wanted to go to a variable, and that's why I use the substitute commands. Now this right here, this is a script variable right here. All the ones that start with an S colon, those are script variables, and they're local to the script. Whereas the G colon command is a global variable, and I'm just I'm building this string here, and so I do various machinations with that to build the path. And so that's what this script does here. And if we come back here, once we've done that, we source that, so we come back to here after we're done. And so we set more. And so we go out here, and what we're doing right here is we're looking for an R. It doesn't have to be an R, but we have each one of our lines starts with 3 backticks. So the one that does not start with 3 back, if the first character is not a backtick, then we note that, and thus that's a selected line. So even though I do RR on that, it does not have to be R. It could be like RS or something like that. And then this and the other script is the options here determine whether we're going to copy just the top level or the underlying one. I mentioned that the last time, and we're just getting the top level directories here. So we're building this out, and so we're parking the contents of register A and P into these variables here. We'll call them back out later on, and then this is what we built in our generalized alias here. So what we're doing now is we're actually building out the path right here, and this next part we're building the breadcrumb trail, and we put this in .copy2. If we go over to copy2, then we see a lot of breadcrumbs, and every time you pull a fresh alias, then it puts the breadcrumb trail here. Yeah, and that the idea is that most of the time you won't ever want to revisit these, and these kind of grow like kudzu after a while. But if you should ever, if you forgot to do one thing in that particular directory, then you're not completely lost. You can come here and navigate the breadcrumb trail. So we'll go back here to our script. So this is more of the same. We're formatting the breadcrumb trail, and if we crack open one of these files here, we can see what the finished product is. We'll do this is the .log is if we had any issues with the copying itself. We'll look at one of these. This is just more or less what got kind of a log of what got copied. And then down here we have the script itself. Now this one, the script here doesn't do the copy itself. It just this sets up Dolphin. This will be the first tab, and this will be the second tab. So, and this is built all from this script here. And we build this out. I'm not going to go into every line detail by detail, but it's noteworthy that we do this all in sequence, and then at the end we quit the script. So that's kind of a part 2 in that. I thought I'd visit that a little bit, and so we just methodically go down here. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching, and have a good day. Happy Vimming to you.